Sila ang nakalagay niya. Ano po sila kasi?
Okay, parang stop. Yeah, one.
Swear that I will support and defend the Constitution of the Republic of the Philippines, that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same, that I will obey the laws, legal orders, and decrees promulgated by the duly constituted authorities of the Republic of the Philippines, and that I impose this obligation upon myself voluntarily, without mental reservation or purpose of evasion. I further solemnly swear that at all times and places I will adhere closely to the ethical and professional rules generally accepted by the accredited medical organization in the Philippines, and I will well and faithfully discharge to the best of my ability the duties and obligations incumbent upon myself as a registered and licensed physician. So help me God. Congratulations.
Congratulations, newly minted physicians. Give yourselves another round of applause. Please remain standing. May I call on Honorable Martha O. Lugo, member of the board, to administer the universal oath that all physicians take, the oath of Hippocrates.
Again, I would like to reiterate what our third speaker said a while ago. Take your oath seriously. And I ask also all the physicians in the room, sorry, napagod na yung iba, but please join us in the recitation of the oath of Hippocrates. Raise your right hand, please, and repeat after me.
Again.
As a member of the medical profession, I solemnly pledge to dedicate my life to the service of humanity. The health and well-being of my patient will be my first consideration. I will respect the autonomy and dignity of my patient. I will maintain the utmost respect for human life. I I will not permit considerations of age, disease, or disability, creed, ethnic origin, gender, nationality, political affiliation, race, sexual orientation, social standing, or any other factor to intervene between my duty and my patient. I will respect the secrets that are confided in me even after the patient has died. I will practice my profession with conscience and dignity and in accordance with good medical practice. I will foster the honor and noble traditions of the medical profession. I will give to my teachers, colleagues, and students the respect and gratitude that is their due. I will share my medical knowledge for the benefit of the patient and the advancement of health care. I will attend to my own health, well-being, and abilities in order to provide care of the highest standard. I will not use my medical knowledge to violate human rights and civil liberties, even under threat. I make these promises solemnly, freely, and upon my honor. Congratulations.
Congratulations again. Please remain standing with us. For the Code of Citizenship and Ethics, may I now call on Honorable Joanna Viremo, member of the board.
Good evening, everyone, and congratulations on your decisions. Now we will be reciting the Code of Citizenship and Ethics wholeheartedly and with commitment. We will recite it together. Okay? So, have faith in the divine providence. That is the destinies of men and nations. Love your country, for it is the home of your people. Together, please. The seat of your affections and the source of your happiness and well-being. Its defense is your primary duty. Be ready at all times to sacrifice and die for it if necessary.
may now be seated. May I request our guests at the presidential table to take center stage for the presentation of the plaques of recognition to the top performing medical.
Become the doctor they once so deeply dreamed. At this point, I'd like to share a short story about how, over the years, I lost my connection with that younger self, and how I eventually found my way back. I share this story not to center on my journey and be the main character, but in the hope that when things get difficult for you one day, you will remember that sometimes the way forward is to look back. In the years leading up to this one, I have to admit that I was chasing glory. I chased awards, medals, recognition. Quizzes became a hobby, and winning them became a self-imposed requirement. In short, I became a full-blown, shameless, gold medal-seeking, hyper-competitive cloud chaser. And I think for most, if not all of us, we have been achievers in high school or college, and that was something that we tried to replicate in medical school. But as we learned quickly, med school has its own way of humbling you. Eventually, the pressure that I had built for myself caught up with me during the PLB review season, which was probably the hardest 3 months of my life. At first, everything was perfect. I had a flawless, meticulous study schedule. I had 0 backlogs, which was a miracle. I had solid practice exam scores, and for a while I was even enjoying the process. But then, inevitably, the backlogs spiraled up. My scores dipped, and I broke down. I became overwhelmed and anxious. I shut everything out. I deactivated all my social media accounts. I ignored messages from friends and family. I isolated myself because the pressure felt unbearable. I was terrified of letting people down, but even more terrified of letting myself down. And then one night, in the middle of one of my breakdowns, I looked around my childhood group where I was studying at the time, and I realized that I was sitting in the exact same place where a 14-year-old boy once whispered a promise to himself and to his mom. And that realization stopped me, because suddenly I remembered what that boy wanted. He didn't dream of topping exams. He didn't dream of medals or titles. He just wanted to become a doctor, to help people. And in that quiet moment, it hit me just how unkind I had been to that boy. How in chasing all the benchmarks, all the awards, I had failed to protect him, who began this journey with nothing but hope and purpose. It took me a while, but finally I understood that in trying so hard not to let others down, I had forgotten that I was one of the people that I should have let down to. Since then, whenever I felt overwhelmed, I would just go back to that boy in my mind, because at the end of the day, I'm just fulfilling the dream he whispered in that small room years ago. And I hope that you, my fellow new physicians, never forget that you too once whispered that dream. On the days when residency or whatever path you take feels impossible, when the expectations are suffocating, and when the doubt becomes loud, go back to that child who wanted nothing more than to help. Honor that child, protect that child. And remember that becoming a doctor was never about perfection. It was always about purpose. But today, I don't want this moment to revolve around my story, because the truth is, no one becomes a doctor all by himself. Behind every one of us sitting here is an entire village of people passing this exam is
Rank 5, with 94 passers out of 97 examinees, for a passing percentage of 96.91%. West Visayas State University, La Paz. Rank 3, the University of Cebu College of Medicine, represented by its Dean, Maria Belfer Montoya. Rank 2, St. Luke's Medical Center College of Medicine, represented by its Associate Dean, Maria Lisa. And rank 1 for category B, the Cebu Institute of Medicine, represented by its Dean, Wilfredo Ribel Jr. Category A, rank 9, Davao Medical School Foundation, represented by Drs. Maria Cristina Padilla and John Patrick Padilla. Rank 8, Cebu Doctors University College of Medicine, represented by its Dean, Enrico Gruen. Rank 7, St. Louis University, represented by its Dean, John Anthony Dumatag. Rank 6, the Far Eastern University Nicanor Reyes Medical Foundation, represented by its Vice Dean, Marie Ann Rimas. Rank 5, the University of the Philippines, Manila, represented by its Dean, Charlotte Choi. Rank 4, the University of Santo Tomas, represented by its Dean, Maria Lourdes Maltina. Rank 3, the Ateneo School of Medicine and Public Health, represented by its Dean, Selena Alfonso. Rank 2, the University of the East Ramon Magsaysay Memorial Medical Center, represented by its Vice President, Jennifer Hernandez. And rank 1 for category A, Pamatasan, Luzon ng Maynila, represented by its Dean, Rose Ana Banal. Introducing the Professional Regulatory Board of Medicine. Board member, Honorable Joselito R. Chavez. Board member, Honorable Policarpio P. Hoves Jr. Board member, Honorable
Yung pag-park ko. Ban ka ah.
Ha? Mag-ano sila, magpi-picture taking. Parang ano din, parang sa PNP.
Ganun na ba?
Good. Sige po.
Oh, teacher.
Gabi.